Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing tonight? It's 11:20 p.m. Sunday, December 29th, 2019. Potentially the last stream of the year on this channel. The decade. I don't know. When does the decade change? That I don't know. I don't know when the decade changes. I wish I did. I wish I had an understanding of how that whole thing works. I don't know. Is it on Tuesday? Wednesday? Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday, right? I don't know. People tell you things and they change things and you don't know what's going to happen. It gets all crazy. And that, of course, just happens to be the world that we live in, where things just kind of feel weird across the board. But anyway, we're post-Christmas. We're in that weird place where it's right there between Christmas and New Year's. It's that, oh, I'm so just ready for the year to be over and, waiting for some good movies to hit. Although there's some interesting ones out right now. I mean, obviously, Rise of Skywalker is the biggest of the big at the moment, showing some signs of slowing, but not terrible. And we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. I'm very curious to see how it does during the course of this next week. I'm very curious to see how it's going to ride out the rest of the holidays, because they still have a whole other week where kids are off school. And again, you've got New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. So that is going to be, I believe, Thursday is the 2nd. So you've got Tuesday and Wednesday where people have the day off of work. And midweek, they may want to go to a movie. I have no idea. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. I'm very curious to know what's going to happen with that. I'm very curious to see when the numbers start pulling in. Is it going to have a massive drop off? Some say yes, some say no. I think it's going to kind of continue where it's at. I just think that seems to feel right, but I could be wrong. I have no idea. I could be wrong. I am seeing the movie again this week in IMAX, which I'm looking forward to. That should be an interesting experience. I guess they have like a mixture of 2D and 3D screenings, which is awesome. I've been asking for like non-3D IMAX screenings of these movies. And now that we live in an age where they literally just get them mailed to them on a hard drive, they can do that. It's so much easier. Because I don't know about you, I just don't like 3D. I've never liked 3D. I don't hate it. But I don't want to spend the money to do it. I wear glasses. You know how much fun I have watching a 3D movie with glasses? Not a lot of fun. And the effects are never like, whoa, my God. I mean, Avatar maybe, but that was 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago. I believe 10 days ago. And like no fanfare. 10-year anniversary of Avatar. Disney's all like, no, we're not going to re-release it in theaters. Don't want to take any of that money away from Star Wars, which I totally understand, but still. Avatar 10-year, I think, deserves some kind of goal, of some kind of celebration. It took 10 years for another movie to knock it out of the top spot. It took 10 years of Cameron having the number 1 and number 2. Now he's got what? The number 1. No, he's got the number 2 and number 3. I don't know. I'm sure Infinity War is up there. All I'm saying on that is, Cameron, I don't know. He deserves a bit more love than he gets, I think. I did find out today, apparently. I don't know how this happened. That the 1080 upres of both The Abyss and True Lies are playing on HBO. The 1080p, you got to understand, it's kind of important when it comes to True Lies. True Lies has been out on DVD for many years. They have never done a Blu-ray transfer. They've never done a Blu-ray release. It's been 25 damn years, and there hasn't been a 4K upres. There hasn't been any anniversary screenings or any anniversary re-releases. I mean, what happened to True Lies? It's in my opinion, outside of Terminator and Terminator 2, respectively, that's Schwarzenegger's best movie, is True Lies. It's my favorite Jamie Lee Curtis movie. It's my favorite Tom Arnold movie. It's my favorite, I'll say it, I'll be honest here. It's my favorite James Cameron movie. It's Bill Paxton was great. Charlton Heston was great. Tia Carrera was great. Eliza Dushku was great. There was a lot of good stuff in that movie. And what's funny too, the guy who played Faisal, Fast Faisal, the guy in the van, actually went on to become George Clooney's writing partner and producing partner on the movies that Clooney himself has written and directed and starred in, like Good Night, Good Luck, Leatherheads, the Monuments Men. So he's like, that guy's had a career. But man, True Lies is a good goddamn movie. It's a fantastic goddamn movie. And for some reason, Fox and James Cameron have not given it the treatment that it deserves. And now, in the wake of Me Too, in the wake of that particular movie getting that kind of negative press, because there was the negative press about, I believe it was one of the casting guys was apparently had allegedly assaulted Eliza Dushku, or attempted to. I think he did. That's kind of cast a bit of a shadow on the film. And also in the Me Too era, the portrayal of Helen Trasker, Jamie Lee Curtis's character, has come up quite a bit in regards to it being a negative. So there are people out there that hate the movie, and they want it to never see the light of day again, simply because of their grievances against it, which I find to be very fascinating. I find it to be very crazy. So anyway, I know it's late. It's a Sunday night. I was out today with family. I took my kid to go see my grandfather, her great grandfather, my grandfather, and then hung out with my brother and my stepdad who were in town. What's going on, Izzy? What's going on, Inhuman? 3D gives you a headache when you saw Spy Kids and Shrek Forever After. Well, yeah, those are also Shrek Forever After was 2010. That was before. That was really before a lot of the crazy, that was back in the early days of 3D. It really was. That was when everything was like a 3D post release. Let's see. Mando was amazing, and you want more Cara Dune. Damn straight. What's going on, Josh? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I really want more Cara Dune. I want more everything. I'm not gonna lie. I really want there to be a lot more with Mandalorian, and we have a long time to wait. It's a hell of a time to wait for that, because once we get the Clone Wars season 7, what are we gonna get after that? I have no idea. There's really nothing until the end of the year, which is just unfortunate. Oh, I put this in the wrong Discord server. My bad. There we go. I had tagged everyone, but it turns out that what I made a mistake on was doing that right. Okay. There we go. Now more people can see it. Then more people will come on in, maybe. If not, it's all good. It's a little bit late, and that's fine. It's just, I don't know. I'm not really tired. Just not tired at all. Okay, so. All right. What do we got here? And there's been no good news recently. There's been no good real news. Let's see. You heard months ago that Disney was going to reboot True Lies on Disney Plus. Not sure if it's a rumor. I heard that one as well. But I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do it or not. I wouldn't necessarily think that they would. But then again, who knows? I mean, they want to make money off this whole Fox stuff. But then, do they really want to where does Cameron stand on that? Does he own it? What's going on? What are his property rights? And would you want to reboot True Lies without Schwarzenegger? You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of that one. Let's see. Opinion on the Rey movie rumors. I've heard this too, and it's a weird thing. So I will fully admit that I like Daisy Ridley as Rey. I liked her in The Force Awakens. In The Last Jedi, I felt that she was more OP than we thought. It felt like it was more OP. And then I feel like they explained it pretty well in The Rise of Skywalker. So at the end of the movie, I didn't hate the character. At the end of the movie, I had no problem with the Rey Skywalker thing. It makes sense. This is a young woman who had been searching for her identity, her place, the entire trilogy. And she says in The Last Jedi, I'm looking for someone to show me my place in all this. And, what it was is her place was something that was destined for something more. And she could feel it, but she couldn't necessarily, she didn't know what it was. And I like that, actually. I did. I thought that was actually really interesting how they kind of tied it in. Now, we know that there was no plan. We know that there was, that they kind of, JJ kind of had no choice but to bring in the Emperor based upon how Rian Johnson finished The Last Jedi. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense in that regard. But I find it to be kind of fascinating that they did it like that, As for Rey's solo movie, I've heard this is the end of the Skywalker saga, meaning the story of Skywalker, but it ends with there being a new Skywalker. So is it really the end of the Skywalker saga? Kind of feels like they painted themselves into a corner. But at the same time, I would think to myself that they probably are in a situation where, if it's profitable to bring Rey in. Now, what I would do is I would do a Rey Disney Plus show. Because as much as, people might want Rey is not a well-formed enough character to operate outside of what could be seen as an ensemble. She needs Finn to bounce off of, or even Poe, because they had some good chemistry in number 3. And Rise of the Skywalker, or The Rise of Skywalker. They had some good chemistry in that movie. I liked it. But in regards to where things are with it now, I don't know where they take it. She can open a new Jedi Academy. There's a new theory that apparently Rey is pregnant with twins. That Ben Solo's last act was to fire off some knuckle children, like literally from his fingertips, into her womb, giving her twin force power babies. There's people that sit there and say that that they're cousins, which I don't know if I fully like. I mean, Palpatine manipulating the midichlorians doesn't mean that his DNA would have made Anakin Skywalker. We don't know any of that yet, but it's kind of also, isn't it still kind of ambiguous? Like how that works. It's kind of ambiguous, isn't it? It's like whether or not Palpatine actually did it. I don't know. I like the idea of it being the Force kind of pushing back and going like, we know what you're up to, Mr. Sneaky over here. But no, I don't know where, I don't know. I really don't like the theory of Rey being pregnant. If that's true, that's so bad. That's so bad. It's just like, huh. I mean, I know that Lucas had talked about there being poetry in each stanza rhymes, and the symmetry of life is something that he likes. I always like to say that the events in Star Wars are relatively cyclical. The Force kind of moves it in that particular pattern, round and round we go, sort of thing. So they could easily argue that, there was an immaculate birth, the Virgin Rey, right? Ma Rey, right? Mary. The Virgin Ma Rey. And then she pops out 2 kids, and they happen to be little Ben Solo and they're little Skywalkers. And then they, I don't know what they're going to do. At this point, I'm ready for them to move on from the Skywalkers. It's not to say that I'm disappointed in the property, because I'm not, but it's like, okay, we got that story. I am satisfied with how it ended, considering what they had to work with. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with where it's at. After seeing The Mandalorian and going like, damn. I really want more of that. I want there to be the world building coming into play, which I think we got in The Mandalorian. In fact, a lot of The Mandalorian was really world building. Look, literally, they went to different planets, almost every episode. So there's a lot of world building. And the new technology that Favreau has, it really makes up for it. So you've got all that. You've got a lot of things going on. But a Rey movie, I don't see it being a thing. Is she going to be living in solitude at the fucking homestead? What's it called? I forget the name of the homestead. But anyway, it's and then someone's going to come along and go, Rey, this droid needs your help. and it's BB-8, and it's Poe going, Ray, we need you. Darth Plagueis is back. Fight him, you bastard. Anyway, how's it going? It's going good, Colonel. How about you? It's been a fun day. How's everything tonight? Everything's fine, Shidoko. Just chilling out. I just got done watching Toy Story 4 again. Got home and the drive was long, and it kind of my daughter slept through the whole way, so we had to keep her up a little bit longer to get her back to sleep. So we watched Toy Story 4. It was a good movie. Finn is Force sensitive. I do find that to be dumb. I do. Let's see. Rose deserves better. I think she was Rian Johnson's creation with nothing planned. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I really don't. I really don't disagree. You know, that's why this whole commentary about like, oh, a Rose Tico show, like that's fine. If it's good, it's fine, right? If it's good, we're happy. If it's not good, it could suck. But if it's fine, it's fine. I think that's the issue here. Is that it really does boil down to, one of those things where they have to just have better writers. So, it's just, and it's, it is what it is. Let's see here. So, Ray could actually have Finn to work with. Well, they could start a new thing together. And I think he would like that. I think Finn would like to be like, her pupil, right? It's like, ooh, yeah, you're my teacher. I'm your student. Ooh, role play. I think Finn would smash. I do. I think Finn would smash. All right. New Skywalker twins theory doesn't work for me either. Den Veers painted it nicely, but I watched this video today and I was driving down to Portland. I listened to it, I should say. And I was just kind of sitting there going like, wait, what? Like, I get what you're saying, but it's all, huh? Like, look, I as much as I can suspend disbelief that the Force can do lots of things. I guess if the midichlorians, formed a baby in Shmi Skywalker's, womb, or uterus, then that's fine. And I guess Ben could do it too. He's just like that smile at the end there. It's like, yeah, you knocked up. Ha. I got you prey. I mean, isn't that kind of like forced rape, to be fair? It is. It kind of comes across that way. At least forced sexual assault. Right? Like how do you... He's dead and then he dies and then he fades away. So there's no way to get child support or justice. So it's just, yeah. I don't know. I don't buy that theory. I think the theory's kind of dumb. Let's see. You think Star Wars should rebrand and do more series instead of features? Well, I think they're building up to that. I do think they're building up to that. I think what they're going to do ultimately is start establishing shows on Disney Plus, and then after that, start kind of like setting up the big leagues. Start setting up everyone to come on in, because look, I'm telling you, they're gonna pull from the Marvel playbook, right? Like they're gonna pull from the Marvel playbook. It just makes sense. They're at a point right now where it's for them, it's in the best possible place to pull from, to pull from that, and they need to. They absolutely need to pull from it, and start establishing a multitude of different properties. Start establishing a multitude of different characters and different stories that can all kind of make its way to the big screen and tell a trilogy. And I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, there's a lot of writers out there that could do something. I do want something different, if I'm being fair. I want something different. I want something that is going to, and I agree with the idea of challenging the audience. Just don't beat them over the head with it like Rian Johnson did. So that's the thing here. Okay, so Solar's Homestead, thank you very much. It's been a long day. I've been driving and dealing with a lot of Twitter nonsense. So it's I've just been tired. I was asked by a friend to go live, and I don't even know if he's here. So my friend's like, go live. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll go live for 30 minutes or whatever. And then nothing. Nothing. Currently looking through the PlayStation. What's it called? Their holiday sale. Seeing if there's anything here I want to get my hands on that I don't already have. I got some gift cards. Could spend some. Ooh, do I want? I mean, some of the games are $40. They're not that bad. Control, here, that's pretty good. Overwatch, no, I'm good. Let's see. Help me, Ray Skywalker. You're my only hope. Well, that makes sense, wouldn't it? That makes sense, doesn't it? That makes sense. That's where they would go. I feel like JJ played it safe, and I'm kind of ready. And I think the Mandalorian played up fan service in the right way. Did I hear Christopher Lloyd loves Rick and Morty? Good. I'm glad. I haven't seen this new season yet. I haven't seen the new show. They only did 5 episodes, I think. And I haven't seen that yet. So I think I don't know what I'm waiting for. Let's see here. Oh, you got a PS4 for Christmas and you got God of War. Awesome, man. It's a good game. Sorry if I'm a bit lower energy. I'm just I sat down like, all right, I could do this, and then just got kind of tired. So it's more of a chill thing, answering questions and whatnot, just kind of surfing around. I don't have any agenda. There's nothing that I have specifically that I want to talk about, so we're fine on that one. You know what really pisses me off about this PlayStation sale is Ghost Recon's Breakpoint is like $20. I bought it for full price a few months ago. I like that. I put hours in, but man, that pisses me off. I'm like, jeez, I'm not going to do that afterward. Here's my question. Did anyone here catch my Mandalorian review and reaction from the other night? The 2-hour stream? I was just kind of curious about that one. Let's see. We're all tired, busy week. Yeah, it's a real busy ass weekend. That's a real busy ass weekend. Do I think Moon Knight will be TV 14? I do, since they want to keep a lot of the TVMA stuff off. I really do think they're going to do that. Let's see here. Okay, thoughts on Ryan Reynolds confirming Deadpool 3? Well, I mean, did he confirm it, or did he just tell us something we already knew? I mean, we already knew that he was going to be working on Deadpool 3. We already know Marvel's got plans for it. And we already know that they're going to be allowing them to go through and do, all the others. They're going to allow them to go through and make it rated R, and it's going to be released via 20th Century Fox. We already know that. So it's you're confirming something. I mean, you're just saying it's got the green light, and okay, cool, but we've already known it has a green light. So that's the kind of thing I don't want to say I didn't cover it because I feel like I'd already covered it. I felt like it was just kind of treading over past news that I'd already covered. And that's been the biggest complaint I have myself about the content I produce is I feel like a lot of it is just it's kind of there's an old Wayne Gretzky quote, right? That says you want to chase, you don't want to chase the puck. You want to be where the puck is, right? Or be in front of, I forget the quote. And I kind of feel like there's days where I'm looking at the news and I'm chasing the puck, and after a while it's I'm not the only one that thinks this way. A lot of us think this way. So covering the news is good, but we don't break any stories. I live in the woods in Washington. I pulled in tonight and there were 3 deer I've had 3 bucks in my front yard. I had 3 deer in my front yard munching on some apples. Or no, they're munching on plants. Apples are dead. And, and I'm just that's my life. I live in the woods. So I don't break any stories, I surf Reddit. I surf 4chan. I talk to Mikey Sutton. He gives me some intel, and that's really about it. People in my position don't break any news. We just report on what we hear. And then I'll watch people like John Campea. I don't hate John Campea. I'm just using it as an example. And Campea takes an extremely safe approach to practically everything. And then I just kind of feel like, again, after watching him for a while, I just know what he's going to say. Nothing John Campea says shocks me, outside of that one super chat where people got him to say racist things, which was pretty funny. So that's part of 2020. I want to change things up. I want to change things. I'm not a big fan. And do you guys like it? Do you guys like the news coverage, or do you want specific types of content? And that's the problem. Everyone's got a different opinion. Really, it's about what I want. It's the kind of content I want to make, but there's still like how do I describe it? There's still like a quid pro quo, right? Not enough to get me impeached, but there's still a quid pro quo where I've got to produce content that I like and that also you like. And that becomes this kind of back and forth where it's like, okay, we had a lot of Star Wars content coming out because the movie was coming out. The movie's now out now. It's been out now for over a week. It's done $725 million worldwide. It's on track to clear $1 billion. Could potentially beat The Last Jedi. Okay, then what? Then what? Do I focus on doing, I want to do the streams. I want to build out a show. I want to format it, and it's kind of been a little bit off this last week just because of all that, of the holidays and everything else. And so it's just kind of like, well, crap, what do I do? It becomes, a constant, what's the word I want to use here? It becomes a constant quagmire, really, because you're always trying to figure out the next logical step. And you're trying to figure out where to go next, and then also please yourself and please your audience. Because I've done the shit where I was tracking what I thought the audience wanted. And after a while, it's not what I wanted to talk about. So the shit kind of just burned me down in my tracks. It just gets old after a while. You just don't want to do it. I really enjoyed that Mandalorian stream where I was bringing up screenshots and showing everyone everything and talking about it. And that's something that kind of ties into another idea. We were talking about True Lies a little bit ago, and I could do an informational video about True Lies, an informational stream about True Lies, maybe 45 minutes to an hour long, go through the movie, high points, low points, critical reception, box office reception, trivia bits, things along that line. And then just kind of create this experience that you come on in and you get this conversation about these movies. So there's that. Anyway, let's see here. Christopher Lloyd says he wants to do Back to the Future crossover. I would watch that in a heartbeat. Let's see. Campea still thinks Deadpool is not going to be rated R. That man pains me sometimes. That man, oh my God. He probably liked Grace Randolph's idea of releasing a PG-13 Deadpool in China. Because he did too. He was Grace Randolph said that a couple years ago. She was like, you should totally put it in China. PG-13. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's see. So it was $3 to eat in my yard. Yeah, no, there was. I don't know if I could find that image. Let me see. Let me check my Twitter real quick. If I could scroll through my photos, and see if I could find it. Because there was one from over the summer where I don't even know how it's going to work. Oh my God. I wish I could search images on Twitter, from a certain month or set of months or something. But I post a lot of pictures. So let's see. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, $3 in there. Let's see here. Inhuman says, I love the coverage and new reviews. Thank you. I want to do more reviews, but it's the time to watch everything. Let's say, for example, The Mandalorian's great because I could do reviews of every episode because it's week to week. I mean, granted, I missed the last 2, but I still talked about it quite a bit. Witcher, on the other hand, I haven't watched it. 8 episodes. I still want to see it, but it's do I do episode by episode breakdown or do I do the full thing? And the thing is I feel I could provide better coverage doing it episode by episode, because then it would allow me to watch it, take notes, think about it, slow down a little bit. If I do the full season of The Witcher, that's 8 hours. I have to watch something and then try to remember all the details that I want to remember and discuss from those 8 hours. And even writing down all the notes is going to be a bit of a problem. It's one of those It's one of those things where Netflix is burning itself out of content by pushing binging, and they're starting to get a lot of pushback from that now, from a lot of different people, and honestly, a big part of that are content creators that are like, look, we want to talk about your product, but we can't do this like 4 seasons at once sort of thing, space this shit out. Let's see, a YouTuber and his audience, a symbiotic relationship. It is a symbiotic relationship. Am I planning on doing reviews for Marvel series? Yes, I am. Absolutely. 100%. Is 100% plan on covering that when it comes out later on in 2020. For one, I really like the characters and I really want to see what happens with that. Let's see here. I say stick with what you want to cover. The news is always constant, but it's also important here. Other aspects of entertainment. Yeah, there's a lot that I like to talk about that doesn't end up getting like mainstream coverage. I've done a couple stories where it's like I talked about it a full like 2 weeks or something before it even like remotely broke wild. That was a crazy thing about it. I was like, oh, now everyone's talking about it. Well, holy shit, and then, yeah, I couldn't, like it just, it still got no views on it. But then there's other videos where I did one on the show Disjointed, getting canceled on Netflix. And I still get a lot of views on that video and people who are very pissed off that the show got canceled. And I'm like, well, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I'm glad I'm not the only one that's pissed off that it happened. You sons of bitches. It was a funny show. I mean, Kathy Bates ran a pot shop in Los Angeles and there was full on swearing and like weed smoke. I was like, all right, it was a three camera comedy. A 3-camera sitcom, it was great. It was really refreshing how funny it was. Stupid funny, but funny nonetheless. So yeah, I mean, I'll talk about what I want to talk about as time goes on. Let's see. Director of New Mutants announced trailer in January. I did hear about that, LV, and I will cover the trailer. Yeah, I'll cover the trailer. Part of, again, this is kind of like me kind of just, I don't want to say like bitching about YouTube, but this is just kind of how it is. Like most of the time when it comes to like, let's say Marvel content, I'm cool to cover shit, like and show clips. They don't care. They understand that there's money to be earned for them by getting free advertising. When it comes to, let's say, some trailers, it gets to be a little bit problematic only because what you have is a situation where there's music in the trailer and the music in the trailer is licensed to the trailer. Or maybe the movie, but it's licensed to the trailer at that point in time. And so their license to show it doesn't necessarily transfer over to my license to react to it. And that becomes a bit of a problem. I've had so many. I remember when they dropped the first trailer for Logan in the fall of 2016. I did a trailer reaction. Totally blocked worldwide by Fox. Like totally blocked worldwide by Fox. I don't even get that. Like, why would you block it? Why would you block a trailer? It wasn't even like a content ID claim. It was a full-on copyright block worldwide. Still can't figure that one out. You're still disjointed. You were pissed Disjointed was canceled? Yeah, me too. Am I ever going to go back to Galaxy's Edge? Yeah, man. Yeah, I am. I saw my brother actually is one who I went with to go over the summer. And we were talking today and I was all like, hey, man, they got that new Avengers campus opening up in the summer. So we might have to have a reason to go back to Disneyland. And he's like, all right, cool. Like, all right, let me know. I'll save up the money to get a ticket. Tickets are fucking expensive, man. For him and I to go, it was $150 for one ticket for one park in July. We got up there and I saw that and I'm like, I am not that frugal of a person. But man, my wallet was like zip, 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 zip. It was not wanting to do anything. I'm going to pull out the footage, I think, this week of Galaxy's Edge because I have that other channel, Wheelman, and I do want to do more content for it, and it's fun. The problem with Wheelman is that it gets the attention of a bunch of trolls, and so like they like to bombard it with like shitty comments and dislikes and stuff. So I've got to more or less like promote it here because this is the audience that's cool as fuck. And go from there. And that's like unfortunate because it's kind of like defeats the purpose, it feels like, and it's not even like it's me. Like I did one on Christmas Eve. I was walking around fucking Target Not the best video. I was talking while I was recording, and I always get a little self-conscious about the sound of my voice. Because like right now I got headphones on so I can hear myself talk. I can modulate myself. It's kind of difficult. The store was busy but kind of empty in certain places. I was making like dumb jokes, so I get like a little bit like because I've been like kicked out of a Best Buy for filming. It was like I'm taking a picture of a Harry Potter Blu-ray cover. You fucking jackal. But anyway, there's all that. 160 for Orlando. God damn, yeah. That's a lot of fucking money, man. It had the song "Hurt" in the Logan. Well, no. It had the song "Hurt." It had the Johnny Cash version, which is just, I mean, for one, not only is that song itself amazing, that version of it's amazing. But even Trent Reznor came out and said, "Yeah, pretty much that's that's Johnny Cash's song now." And just the way he did it and how it tied into that trailer was literally brilliant marketing. Absolutely, fucking brilliant marketing. I loved it. I just loved it. Let's see. Which character do I think will be introduced in the Marvel that Marvel always wanted to use in the multiverse of madness? Oh, that's a good one. Well, I mean, we're talking Scarlet Witch, and this is going to probably be the introduction to mutants. I have a feeling it's going to be Silver Surfer. Or I'm calling it now. I think it's going to be Silver Surfer. If they drop fucking Silver Surfer or Galactus in that's going to be insane. People are going to lose their minds. They're just going to absolutely lose their mind over it. They're going to be like, no way, what? Oh my God, that's amazing. Like, my God, man. And people are just going to be like, going like, this is so much better than 2007's, what's it called? Fucking Fantastic Four, The Rise of the Silver Surfer, which is absolutely true. It is. It is a lot better than that. I didn't hate that movie, to be honest with you. I really didn't. I thought that I might, but I didn't hate it. I found myself, enjoying it for what it was, and not hating it at all, because it's for one, I like the first Fantastic Four, and two, I know Doug Jones and he was the Silver Surfer. So let's see here. Hey, wow, I can buy The Division for $12. Jesus. Is The Division 2 worth $12? I mean, that's feels like a deal almost too good to pass up. That's an insane deal. Also, apparently, DayZ is now on PlayStation. What are the reviews for this game? There are 3.5 stars out of 5. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted by that. You think Magneto? Maybe Magneto. You're thinking Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider? Maybe. There's been some talk on that one. Let's see if it helps. Someone could start a subreddit for 3 Buck Theater, and we can post articles, videos. Well, Ryan, I do have a Discord. And I do want to build that up. See, the problem with it is running multiple. So I tried building up a Facebook group, and it's got 50 people in there. I don't really post I'm not on Facebook. I just, it bogs down my computer so fucking much. And I'm just never on there. So, so there's that. It's, what do I have on there right now? I got 57 members in that group, and I'd like to build it up to do more, but it's for one, I'm not able to auto post there. And I can then if I get more people, on the Discord, I can do call-ins from the Discord. I can even do call-ins through here on the Discord too. I gotta test it one night, but, yeah, I'll figure it out, dude. I mean, people sending me stuff really does help out a lot. I don't see everything. Let's see here. I didn't see your post, Fourth. I'm sorry. Let me see. I don't see. Yeah, Fourth, I didn't see your post at all, man. So, unless for some reason it ended up getting blocked, I guess. So yeah. Let's see. You finished watching Imaginary Story and Togo. Yeah, Togo I want to check out. I definitely want to check out Togo. It looks pretty good. I've heard good things. I want to see. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. You gotta just tell me what it is. Hold on. Let me log into that account directly. Maybe that's the problem. All right. It might be the problem. Let's see. No, I'm not seeing it up here, man. See, okay, people are saying that Palpatine returning undoes Last Jedi. Not true. Yeah, 100% not true. I honestly don't know why people. I mean, I can get the argument for why people think that, but again, if you look at like the weaving of the tapestry that is the Skywalker saga, you can see how they were able to make it work. I think it was pretty cool. I wanted more with him, actually. I wanted a lot more with him. That would have been dope. Let's see here. Which is better, Toy Story 3 or 4? Toy Story 3. Not to say Toy Story 4 isn't good. It's fantastic, actually. Like it's, but I mean, you know, I really enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the new characters. I love Duke Kaboom. The biggest problem with the movie is that like it was like an epilogue, you know, to the franchise. And I'm not against an epilogue. I like the way that it ended. I thought that it was a bittersweet ending. Not as bittersweet as Toy Story 3, which is still very much hard for me to watch without getting teary-eyed. You know, I mean, it's been 10 years almost, so it's a little bit easier. But those are characters I've been watching for 25 years, you know? And it's like, I made a joke on Twitter last night that said, you know, you get to a point in life where, you get to a point where life stops giving and starts taking away Toy Story actors. You know, because we lost Jim Varney, we lost Don Rickles. You know, we've lost another one too, I believe. And it just kind of makes you realize kind of how old you are, you know. Oh no, David Ogden Stiers was the hedgehog from number 3. He passed away recently, you know. And I know they have like, you know, they had like what, Mel Brooks and Carl Reiner and Carol Burnett, which is all great for brief little cameos in the beginning of the movie, which is awesome. But again, it's just kind of like, this is bittersweet, you know, like you just don't want to see that happen. But at the end, I don't want to spoil it. People haven't seen it yet. That's why. So that's my whole point. Let's see here. Okay. What the hell? Okay. Apparently the Rise of Skywalker's visual dictionary made Revan canon. I heard about that. I did hear about that. And for some reason, the chat here, the chat on StreamYards is not updating fast enough. So I did hear that they made it Revan canon, and that's good because that really ties in the potential of what could be coming next. The potential of a Knights of the Old Republic. The potential, you know. I just think it's pretty funny. We'll have to wait and see on that one, though. Okay. Let's see here. Where are we at? All right. Do I think that The Rise of Skywalker being on Disney Plus a month after Blu-ray sales, like Endgame got early release on Disney Plus? I think, yeah, I think they're gonna put on. Well, they're probably gonna wait on that. I mean, a bit. They're gonna wait on that just because, if you think about it, you know, the movie's gonna probably pull in. You know, it's gonna do over $1 billion, obviously, and they're dropping it. They're dropping it in March. Right? They're putting it out in March on a home video. They waited until April 2017 for 2018 for The Last Jedi. So they're dumping The Rise of Skywalker on DVD a month early, which is really interesting, isn't it? Right? It's really, really, really interesting that they're releasing it then, because if they release, and I think there's a reason for that, I think it's going to coincide with the release of the Clone Wars season 7. So I think that's what they're going to do is they're going to go through and they're going to, it's going to sync up with the end of that. Very similar to how episode 7 of Mando synced up with the movie. So, we're going to see something from that, I think. Something tying it in. Maybe a little reference, right? That started in the Clone Wars and picked up 50 years later. Maybe we're going to see no, wait. I'm thinking of maybe we're going to see the creation of Baby Yoda. Who knows? Right? What if Baby Yoda makes an appearance in the Clone Wars? How interesting would that be? But no, they're going to dump it out there a little early and then people are going to buy it. But I think a lot of people are going to wait for Disney Plus. I think Disney Plus we're going to see lower than average. I think we're going to see lower sales for the Blu-ray of The Rise of Skywalker. And then people are going to be waiting for like that Skywalker Saga set, that $280 or something Skywalker Saga set that they have coming out, 27 discs or some shit. And then Disney Plus. Like, I'll probably buy it on Blu-ray to complete the collection. But at the same time, I'm probably not even going to open it. I'll just watch it on Disney Plus. I mean, unless they get like the 4K or something like that. But it's going to be streaming in 4K, and I have a 4K TV. And I do enough, I have like enough download to be able to get 4K res images. So it's like, all right, is there any real reason? Let's see here. Okay, what movie shows am I looking forward to this coming year? I do want to see Black Widow. I really want to see more on Dune. Wonder Woman 1984 looks pretty good. As weird as it seems, Monster Hunter. I want to see Monster Hunter because that just sounds wild. Bloodshot sounds pretty good. The new Kingsman movie looks pretty dope, but they pushed it from February to September, which is like really dumb. And then I like TV shows, obviously Mandalorian. I don't know what else is coming out, man. Like I really feel like recently I've just kind of been like hanging the fuck back. I just haven't seen as much. I got to go dive in and look at what's coming. Let's see here. Will I visit Avengers Campus next year? If I am able to swing it, right? Like, let's say, for example, I can get people, it's so funny. People think I'm like Access Media now, right? They go, oh, you got into you went to go see Skywalker early, so you obviously Access Media. No, I'm not. But if I could somehow swing it to where like I got an early invite to go, like an early, one of the press events for Avengers Campus, I would fly down for that. Yeah, sure. 100%. And I'd provide all the video coverage I could provide. I'd be out there going like, this is Matt Jarbo for 3 Buck Theater. I'm here today at the Avengers Campus where obviously the Spider-Man ride isn't complete yet, but I'm checking out this, very badass thing. And then I'd probably run over to Galaxy's Edge once again, do the Rise of the Resistance and then check it out. But that's what I think I would do. I think I would go. Yeah. If they invited me, not like when I say they invited me, it's like, if they invite me to go, I would find a way to get to California. It's if I know well enough in advance, I can get cheaper tickets, and then fly right into Burbank and then hang out with my buddy Lewis, who he's on here quite a bit. Crash at his pad. We go check it out. In fact, I'm going to hound him for that. He is Access Media. So I'm going to be like, dude, you better freaking, grease some palms and stuff. Give some handy J's in the back corner. Get us into that shit. Let's see here. Will I invest money on a droid at Galaxy's Edge? The droid can be my live chat partner. I don't think I would. I don't think I would invest in a droid. It's like $100. The droid shop is really cool. I really wanted to go and just go to the conveyor belt and look around, but you had to pay the money up front, which is unfortunate. So I just was taking a look at it from the side, but there's a full-size R2-D2 in there, and it's a pretty cool little place. But again, it's like a shopping center, man. The whole place is a shopping center. So I don't really have a desire to have a droid. I mean, I do want one, to put on my desk and just go, haha, I spent money on that motherfucker. But I'm also, again, I have to weigh the juice worth the squeeze, I got 2 kids now. Do I buy food for my daughters or do I drop the cash on a droid? Not to say I can't do both, but it's the responsible thing to do would be to ask that question. Do I buy food for my children and provide, or do I get a droid in order to commemorate my trip to Disneyland? That is the question. But if I had the money, if I had the will, I should say, I maybe would do it. But it just, I don't know. I'm kind of over that kind of shit. Let's see here. Top movies of 2019. For me, I feel like I didn't see as many this year as I should have. I really liked El Camino a lot. I liked El Camino. And I haven't seen The Irishman yet, but Dolomite Is My Name was fucking phenomenal. Alita Battle Angels in my top 100%. I love that movie. Avengers Endgame is in there. And I think probably Star Wars. And I say Star Wars, that's a fanboy one, but like I like the movie quite a bit. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite film of the year, but I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again. And it's also a favorite because I got to go see it in LA early. I got to go experience it. I got to go watch the end of the Skywalker saga across the street from where the series began in 1977, and then I walked over to the Chinese theater, and I got to see where Jay and Silent Bob put their handprints just last month, or back in October. I got to see, the Avengers putting their handprints in there and stuff like that, and like checking it out and stuff. And to me, that's worth it. That's worth the experience. Some people try telling me, it's so funny. People tell me sometimes, they go, "You're not even a movie fan." I'm all like, oh child, you know not of what you speak. I'm like, I even enjoyed Joanna Man, motherfucker. Let's see here. Will I ever get a lightsaber at Galaxy's Edge? Same answer as the droid one. I don't really have a practical use for it, so I just don't feel like it's in my life, or I would need it in my life. Where I'm at right now, I buy things that I have practical use for. Like if I need to get a new piece of gear, like a new light or a new microphone, it's a practical use. It's worth the investment. Buying a $200 lightsaber is one of those things where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Not 100% for me. Not 100% for me. Now, buying like Jedi Fallen Order, oh, dude, 100%. It's practical. I got lots of hours of enjoyment out of that one. Jesus here says, of course, kids are important. Oh, yeah, man, kids are great. Like, kids are great. Let's see here. Inhuman says, I got to go straight AM. Have a great night. Dolomite. My name is a masterpiece. Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. It's 100%. Droid is more fun than the $200 lightsaber. Yeah, probably. I mean, at least it does something, right? At least it does something cool. Like makes lights. I mean, I don't know. It all just depends on whether or not, it just all just depends. And that's really the only way I can look at it is like, am I there? Do I want to do it? Okay, cool. So I gotta be in the moment. Let's see here. All right. How long have I been on for? I've been on for about an hour. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm just kind of like, I thought I had more energy than I did. I apologize, guys. I'm fucking wrecked driving all day and stuff. So I will. I'm gonna log off. I'm gonna bug off. We'll talk more later. Again, I'm gonna be putting together some formatted stuff down the road, and if you keep an eye out for that shit. Anyway, have yourself a good night, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good New Year's if I don't talk to you, and I'm pretty sure I will.